welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura, and today I am doing 12 books that I picked out that are new releases for 2020 that are on my top to read. So here we go. Coming out on January 14th, there are three books that I am interested in reading. And the very first one is a series, part of a series that I started, but I need to catch up to. So book 5 is coming out for, it's called the Conference of Birds, and that's by Ransom Riggs. So I read book 1 and book 2, so I still need to read Library of Souls, which I own. So I pulled this off my shelf, and I'm probably going to be reading this in January to catch up, because I had to read this one, and I had to read the next one after that, which I also own, but I can't find right now. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be buying book 5 in 2020. I just don't know when, but I need to catch up. So that is my top. That was the first book. The second book is called Followers by Megan Angelou. And this one's coming out on January 14th as well. It is a science fiction book. I don't know much about it, except it does something about social media, and I like to read that one. So yeah. The next one is a thriller. It's coming out on January 14th as well. It's called The Better Liar, and when you go into these psychological thrillers, I really don't like to know anything about them, because it's more fun to read it. Just pick up the book and start reading and say, what the heck am I reading? So yeah, so that's the third book. The fourth book is a fiction book. It comes out on January 21st. This one, I think, is a political type book, because it's called American Dirt. A lot of my older people are reading this one, so I'm hoping that I like it. It's by Jenny Cummins. I don't know anything else about it, so that's that one. The next one is coming out on January 21st as well. It is a historical fiction, and this one seems really funny. It's called Recipe for a Perfect Wife by Karma Brown. And when I was reading the synopsis, it said something about a wife finds a old letter about being a wife, and the person who wrote the letter had an unhappy marriage or something like that, and I thought it was pretty interesting, so I stuck it on my list. The next one is another psychological thriller, and this one's coming out on January 23rd, and I'm pretty sure I might have read this author before. I'm not quite sure, but this one's very popular. It's called The Dilemma, and it's by B.A. Paris. I'm thinking I either have something on my TBR by this person, or I read it already. I'm not sure, but this seems interesting. And again, psychological thrillers, I don't like to know anything about the book. The next one is a fiction book. These are coming out in February. The first one is February 4th, and this one is called A Good Neighborhood. And this is by Teresa Ann Fowler. Yeah, seems pretty interesting, and I like to read that one. Again, the next one is coming out on February 18th. This one is a repeat author for me, and I'm pretty sure I read The Good Girl. The author's name is Mary Kubica. I'm not sure if I said her name right or not, but the book that's coming out is called The Other Misses. So it's a psychological thriller. It's I don't want to pass this one up. So yeah, so I'm gonna read that one, hopefully. The next book I actually ordered, and it's coming in the mail from the Book of the Month Club. This is my January pick, so this one will be the first book that I probably read out of all these books. It's actually coming out to the public on February 18th, but Book of the Month Club, you could get it in January. And the book that I bought, and is coming very shortly, is called The Sun... Oh, I can't even see it. The Sun Ocean Motel. I think that's what it says. It's blurred on my book here. And this is by Simone St. James. So it's supposed to be a psychological thriller. It's only 336 pages. So I'm hoping that I like it. And that's what I picked for the month of January. I only picked one book. I am trying my hardest to read the book that I buy and not put it on my TBR. So we'll see what happens. I hope that works this year. We'll see. And because I have this really bad thing buying books and not reading them. So we'll try to read that one in as soon as I receive it in the mail. The next one is coming out in March 3rd, and this one is a psychological thriller as well. As you noticed, I picked out a lot of psychological thrillers. This one is called, and this one, I have read this author before, so of course I picked it out again. It is called You Are Not Alone, and it's by two authors, Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen, and I have read them before, so I'm hoping that I will like this one as well. And a psychological thriller. The next one is an author that I have many books of. I haven't read her yet. She writes romance, and she is very popular. Everybody loves her, but I just have not had time to read her yet. Well, she's coming out with a new book, even though I have some on my bookshelf that I still need to read. And the author's name is Christina Lauren, and the book is called The Honey Don't. The Honey Don't. So it seems interesting. It's only 320 pages, and I just want to get it because I know she's very popular, and I'm hoping that I like it. It's coming out on March 10th. The last book and I have is coming out on April 14th, and this one is another psychological thriller. This one is 384 pages. It's called The New Husband by D.J. Palmer. And it looked really interesting, and I stuck it on my list. So that's 12 books that are new releases coming out in 2020. If I play my cards right, I could read one book a month. I'm hoping that the library gets these things. At this point, the library does not even have January books in. So I'm like crossing my fingers. I hope I don't have to buy these things. I do have the Sun Ocean Motel coming in the mail because that is my Book of the Month Club pick. So yeah, but I'm hoping I don't have to pick out the other ones. I'm hoping the library gets them. So we'll see what happens. So 12 books, one a month. See if I could do it. We'll see. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some other books to pick out for the year to read. And this I only did up till April, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot more books coming out after April that I'm going to put on my reading list. So we'll see. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video.